Øyvind Gulbrandsen, Viking Power Fitness, strength and conditioning coach. So here at Viking Power Fitness, we do a lot of more sport-specific training where it doesn't really matter what sport you do. This kind of training program you're doing, all the way from your warm-up routine through the workout, stretching routine, is going to work for any sports that you do. Well, I grew up in Oslo, Norway, until I was 20 years old, and started a career back in Norway training, actually in the military, mandatory military for years. I worked under the athletic officer and got into training, and actually came over to the United States, got my certification, traveled back to Norway for a year and worked there for about a year and a half in the gym, and then decided to move over to US for good, and came to California for a couple of years, spent some time in LA, ended up here in Denver. Great place, very similar to Norway, so nice for me. Had some great connections with the Denver Broncos at the time, so I kind of got my career started with in-home training. Moved on to a place here in Denver called Grim Athletic Club. Big athletic club. Was there for about 10 years, built up a clientele, and about 7 years ago started my own thing, Viking Power Fitness. So had to go back to the roots with that. And we do more sport-specific training, but also, you know, executives. We have men, women, young athletes. It doesn't matter. But we're also working with, especially some athletes when they're finally retiring from their careers and they want to take a little break, but then they want to get back into real training. So we got some NHL, ex-NHL players, NFL players. Currently working with a couple of professional baseball players, and then again a lot of young athletes here. So we do a lot of sport-specific training for sports, but not necessarily just individual sports, meaning not specific baseball. You know, we can do that as well, but we try to keep it more variety of everything. So we prepare everybody for, you know, through our program, you basically can train for any sport. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Well, motivation is a huge factor into this whole thing, and I always believe in 80% is showing up first of all. If you're showing up, you're ready to go, but be prepared, have a plan, you know, when you're going into it. Everybody's going to have days when you don't feel like working out, you're sluggish. Sometimes those are the best workouts you're going to have. You know, you're going in thinking, well, I'm not going to have a great workout today, and it actually ends up being a better workout than you had. Sometimes you actually could be a little bit more geared up and ready to go, and it might not be as good. Body works in different ways, but you know, for me personally, it has to just become a part of your day, right? And again, every day you're working out, but you also want to rest. So when I'm saying every day, you don't need to exercise every day or push yourself every day. The resting, and especially for athletes and younger athletes, they're growing, they want to make sure they're getting their rest day in too. So I mean working out on workout days. Let's say you're working out 4 or 5 days a week with the team, whatever it is, individual sport you're doing. Make sure you have 1 or 2 days when your body's completely resting, and maybe 1 day of active recovery too. But I think that's, you know, you get into it, you get into routine, you see results, you stay motivated, you get faster, you get stronger, you get bigger. That's number one motivation. Like you're seeing, like there's things going on with your body. You're making faster, you better results, you're faster on your 40. So results driven is good. Have a goal, start, and then maybe time it out. So you test yourself in the beginning, and then you give yourself, you know, whatever that time is, 60, 90 days, pre and post, say for example on a 40-yard dash, because then you see in the improvements and you have an end goal. So I think that's probably the number one thing. So let's look at how an actual workout will look. Starting out with a 5-minute or light cardio. You can pick whatever cardio you like. It could be a bike, it could be a treadmill, it could be a rowing machine, whatever is available to you, a light jog, somewhere like that for 5 minutes. Then we're going to kick it into the dynamic warm-up. So we don't want to do a static stretch too much before going into the workout, not necessary. You want to make it a dynamic stretch, get your body warmed up and ready. So a 5 to 7 minute routine with different exercises prior to actually working out. So a 5 minutes of light cardio and then into the dynamic stretches. Then you actually do the workout, so the strength training aspect or the strength training part of the workout. Then afterwards, we want to do a little bit of cool down, and that's when you want to go into the static stretching, holding the stretches for probably 30 to 45 seconds if you can. Great if you have a foam roller, so you can move. If foam rollers are available anywhere now, they're like $25. I highly recommend to get one. You work on your IT band, your hamstrings. Should be part of your post stretches. Can also actually be used in part of the dynamic part before going into the workout as well. So light warm up, dynamic stretching, workout, and then static stretching and cool down with the foam roller after your workout. That's ideally how we want to see an hour workout, hour and 15-minute workout done. Okay guys, so if you are here in Denver area, we are located in the Denver Tech Center. We are more of a sport performance, recreational athletes. We have a lot of weekend warriors, but every athlete, I like to call everybody athlete, because if you're in the gym working out, you're an athlete. So it's an intimidating place, but it's not an intimidating place, if you know what I mean. So we're motivated, we train hard, we do right. We are all certified coaches in this place. We work with a lot of young athletes. And right now, my currently youngest athlete is 10, and my oldest athlete is 81. So we try to cover everything. So men, women, youth athletes, and all the way down to 9-11 is great. So we are a private training facility, meaning there is no memberships. You come in, you pay for what you basically a service that you're having. So if you're having a one-on-one training session, you're doing that. If you're having a group training session, you're doing that. If you have Pilates, we do one-on-one Pilates, we do group Pilates. We have muscle activation, which is MAT, which is used by a lot of the professional athletes. We have a gentleman named Ed Barrientos. He's phenomenal. MAT is done. I mean, Peyton Manning, these guys are getting it every single day. We have actually that in the gym too. So we're a smaller facility looking for a little bit more private place. At the same time, high energy. And in nice groups, we do those as well. So we try to cover every aspect of fitness. So if you're a professional athlete and you want to push sleds and you need to improve your squat, or if you're a young athlete that needs to learn the proper form on how to squat, how to do power cleans, because I guarantee you when you get into college, high school, you need to know those things. And you need to start at 14, 15. That's when you need to start doing proper lifts. So that's what we're here to do, and taking it all the way up through high school and college or whatever help you need with that. And then hopefully after your pro career, we'll see you back here.